So here we are, everybody. We're recording now,
Oh,
and we thought we would introduce ourselves. I'm Mark London,
And I'm Elmo Beard.
and we're welcoming our guest in the studio today. This is Cora Jones, and she is running for the Hot Springs School Board District 6 Position 2 here in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And we're bringing it back to local politics. And those of you who watching us and who live in different areas, think about your own local races and the people that you want to support. And this might help you out here, hopefully, with this interview. Um, Elmer's got some things to say about Cora and her background here.
Yes, Cora is a second in her generation to run for public office. Her brother was Captain Willie McCoy, and he ran a couple of times. Remember Willie from grade 10 many, many years ago when he was in my English class, and followed him through his career. And something about him that I remember that Cora appreciates. He was a captain on the Hot Springs Police Force, and most academically learned captain that the state of Arkansas ever had. And this is credit to Cora, her brother. He was the highest paid captain in the state of Arkansas before he retired. And Cora is his brother, and Cora is his sister, and he is Cora's, you get it right. Cora is the sister of Captain McCoy, and she's run for public office. She has read this book she has in her possession. She's going to study how politics has worked through the years in Hot Springs because her brother is a part of it, and she's the second in the generation of candidates for public office in Hot Springs. There we have it.
Here you go. Here's
the challenges.
a close-up picture. What's your brother's name, Cora?
Captain Willie McCoy.
Captain Willie McCoy.
Captain Willie McCoy, one of the maybe the highest paid
Captain in the state of Arkansas.
Wow.
And highest academically prepared.
Captain of the local police department.
Here in Hot Springs. Got associate, a bachelor's, and a master's degree. We have to point these things out. This is good for our history.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
I was proud to write about it.
Well, and it also, brings us to Cora now.
That is correct.
We're curious, Cora, about your own personal background here. I understand that you were born and raised in Hot Springs. And,
I was, yeah.
So
I'm
tell us
number
about
six, number 6 of 7 from us, and I did follow behind my brother, but I'm not into law enforcement. I'm a tax accountant.
Thank you.
a tax accountant.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
I'm an accountant, so I enjoy doing that. I've been doing that now for over 30 years. I actually own a tax office, and I'm self-employed. I first started out at H&R Block, and then I purchased H&R Block, and I bought one in Gurdon, Arkansas. But I started out, let's start out right, in Honolulu, Hawaii at the H&R Block. And that is because I was in the military and I was getting ready to transition out. So I wanted to take my education because I went to school while I was in the military. And then I finished up with more classes as I got out. So I started out in Honolulu, Hawaii because accounting was something I wanted to do. So I started there. And then I came back to Arkansas, to Hot Springs. And there I worked at the H&R Block here on Central Avenue, and I was the first African American they ever hired. And then I made supervisor. And after I held the supervisor position for a while, they had a branch that came up for sale. So I purchased the H&R Block in Gurdon, Arkansas, and that's how I ended up having my business in Gurdon, Arkansas. So yes, my tax office is Cora Jones Tax Service in Gurdon, Arkansas, because I did soon leave from H&R Block and move on over to my own. And it is in Gurdon, but the reason it's in Gurdon is because it's a great location. I got lumber mills, I got Firestone, I got all these different places right there, and I'm sitting in the heart of it. So business stays busy, so it's really great to be there.
How far away is Gurdon from
It's an
Hot
hour.
Springs?
It's an hour, but I drive. I live here in Hot Springs, always have my children. I grew up here. I went to high school here, graduated from high school here. My children graduated from high school here. We lived here. My son, actually, both of them were athletes, and they were well known for their athletic abilities also. And they were boxers also under my brother, Willie McCoy, who taught them the same. So I learned a lot here in Hot Springs. So
Wow.
Hot Springs is home to me.
Yeah. Man, that's wonderful. It sounds like you're deeply integrated into the community. You have so many connections. It would appear then you have a lot of interest in running for this position.
I do.
What motivates you to be on the school board at this time?
Well, I'm running because of our children deserve leadership that listens, that shows up, and follows through. And I've spent my life working with youth and mentoring to youth. Okay, mentoring to the youth, also volunteering in schools. We do through the American Legion. I'm also a military veteran, so through the American Legion, we do the car rider program, and we go out and help children in the mornings get out their cars and let us be the first face they see that says "Good morning, sunshine," so that they will know that the day can start off a beautiful day, no matter how it ends. It can be beautiful when we first start. And I want to help families. I volunteer with the giving team also on the fourth Saturdays of the month. We go out and help different families who may be having hard times or whatever. They may not be, but they can come there and they can help them navigate through life challenges or different things like that, and supporting students through scholarships and programs like that. So I'm known, and I know you're gonna get a word in, so let me say that I'm known for helping kids. Like if they don't have a scholarship or a way to get into college, then I can help them find something.
Amen.
So they can come to me and I will help them navigate to find that.
Yeah, that sounds like something that would be really important to anyone going to school here. What schools are in your school district? Do you know?
Yeah, we have Langston, which we do a lot of work with. Langston Elementary, we have Hot Springs School District. Then we have Hot Springs, which is Hot Springs High School, which is the Hot Springs World Class. And then we have Hot Springs Junior Academy. We have the Oaklawn Magnet on over there on Main Street. We got the Main Street Academies. And in there is the advanced classes, the children that are in, help me out with that one, the advanced classes that kids are in over there. Academic,
Yeah.
over there. And I think that is,
You mentioned Gardner.
oh, and I'm in Gardner. I was just going out Airport Road. Gardner Elementary is out there.
Great.
So yes, we have a lot of schools in the district, but we're able to take care of them.
So, yeah, so presumably people watching now, if you happen to have children who go to one of those schools, you would have a very personal interest in helping Cora get this job and going out and registering to vote. I just want to interject here right now, is that the election itself is on March 3rd, and you have to be registered to vote by February 3rd to vote in the March 3rd election. If you want to vote early, which starts on February the 17th, you need to register by, you only have two weeks. Do you have 2 weeks?
That's correct.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now. Yeah,
About the second.
by the 2nd or 3rd, yeah, of next month. So you've got 2 weeks to go for early voting. A little bit longer, 4 weeks for the primary. Now I'm curious about what do you think is working in the schools now that you think the schools are doing a pretty good job of? Do you have some ideas about?
Yeah, they are improving a lot of things that I've seen. So I like it. They have improved student safety. There's a lot more emotional and mental support groups in the school. They have different people in. Let's say, for instance, like how Cutwell for Kids is, a lot of children can't express themselves a lot, but they can do it through the dance program. They do it through like art, which is Cutwell for Kids program. And then you have different people who are there as counselors to help children with what if there's a death at the school or something like that, or kids are going through things at home. They have counselors on hand that can help them with that. So that we also have, look at our report card, some of the schools didn't do that great, but overall Hot Springs did pretty well. We had strong academics and we have teachers that are career ready, and that's the best part. So students can graduate because they have good education. They can graduate and have options in life that they can face.
I'm happy that she's a candidate.
Yeah.
And I like to encourage her, when she wins this election, make a career of it. And after her career is over, she will have recommended or found someone to follow her in that same position.
Absolutely.
That's what we want to have to do during these times.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want it to be just one win and one term. We want it to be a career just like the person's position that you are now seeking to fill. It's been many, many years since she ran the first
Yes,
time.
yes.
So I have
Excellent point.
since we're on this subject, Elmer, I was wondering, I noticed you brought another book with you there, and I think that you're making an important point about racial diversity
I
in
am.
all of our local systems as well as, on a national basis. And I think maybe you have something you'd like to share with us.
I do. This book, Dying of Whiteness, that's available, is important to us because when it comes to the school board and all of the other positions in the city and the county, it is important that we think of our position as something that we want to hold on to until we're not there anymore. And once we're not there, we want to have someone recommended by us to take that position. There is an effort put forth and in existence in mid-America today to eliminate all blacks from public office. Mark my word, whites are concerned about dying of whiteness to the extent that they want to have in their sight all white candidates and all white elected officials for all of the positions. They don't want to die, but they are dying. They foresee it. And we want them to die if they don't share the position that we have gained since the 1960s. We want to keep it as balanced and equal and as fair as we possibly can. And I think Cora's in the right position to do that. She's following her brother in that effort, and I'm very proud of them as a team. And I know that she's going to continue the effort that he put forth.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing that when you say you want them to die, are you saying that a lot of the people, white people that are in power, want the positions to die to being available for people of color, for black people and people of other ethnicities? Is that
is correct?
Your point?
They want to rob and retain all the positions they possibly can.
Yeah.
And it's bothering them. They're dying in the sense that they can't hold on to all of these positions, but they want to.
I see.
This drive that they have is decreasing. We want it to be balanced.
I'm
follow me on that.
I haven't read the book, so I'm sorry. I apologize to our audience that I'm not more up to speed on it. But it would seem to me that the author of this book, is trying to tell us that our systems are dying of whiteness. That we're, by whitewashing and excluding other people from getting into office, that it's actually a self-destructive notion. I think that's what I'm getting.
That's an excellent point for you to pass on.
Yeah, because one of the things that we talked about on our last episode, Elmer, was the fact that we were planning to go. We discovered that there was a recently established, or they're in the process of establishing, a whites-only community here in Arkansas, and so we're hoping to be able to interview the people there and get their perspective on what it is that they're actually afraid of. Personally, I don't understand it, and I'd like to understand why people who look like me feel afraid of people who look more like our guest and my partner here. I don't understand it. If we interbreed together, we're all the same species. I don't believe in racism. I believe in ethnicism, because it's really, we're just variations on the same species of human. And I've said this again, and I like repeating this notion because I feel very strongly about it. So we want to find out what these people are doing there. Why are you afraid of dark people? Do you think it's going to, affect your breakfast, or affect who you can marry, or what your children are going to do? I mean, and why are you afraid? I'm confused by it, and I'd like to know.
It's relative.
Yeah, I like to understand it.
I'm happy that I brought this forward, because
Yeah.
Cora's going to be here for a long, long time.
We kind of took a divergence. Sorry I apologize to our guests for going there, but I think it's all connected in a larger sense to a local election, any local election, because we do have this system where it does appear that a lot of people who look more like me, quite frankly, are terrified. And I'm not sure why. I don't know why, but they sure are, and they're using all the power that they have, which is excessive in many cases, to exclude, people of color from all kinds of things that we fought and won for. We fought for and won a lot of civil rights that are being rolled back by the Supreme
Right.
Court and by the politicians in office today. So, what do you have to say about it, all of that, Cora? Is that something you want to address today, or?
No, I'm fine, you guys. I'm learning a lot.
She wants the election to come on.
Right.
People start going to the
Yes.
polls and
Well, good.
she's soliciting volunteers.
So my apologies for all of that digression there, but how about if we go back to something that it says on your flyer here that Cora has that says, standing in the gap. And I was curious about that. It says, for our children, our families, and our schools. So what is the gap, and what do you mean by that?
A lot of people are not heard, and that's where the gap comes. You don't hear from people, and the only way to know how people feel and to make our community better is to hear what everyone's saying. So someone has to stand in the gap for them to be able to say, oh, this teacher feels this way. So not only am I standing in the gap for our children, our families, our schools, but teachers also. So by listening to them, teachers need respect. They need clear communications and support, not just a bunch of red tape. As a board member, my role would be to set policy and provide oversight, not micromanage, okay? Because that's not, you don't micromanage a classroom because that's not what a board member does.
Thank you.
A board member's position is not that at all. I want to make sure that teachers have tools, resources, and the backing that they need to do what they need to do to make the school and the students the best that they can be. I'm not a principal, I'm not a school teacher, and I'm not the superintendent. I am wanting to be your next board member. And the reason is that I want to make sure that we know, and we're in the middle of that gap to make sure that people are all taken care of, everyone. That includes the kids, the teachers, and our administration. We're there to oversee. That's what a school board does.
Yeah.
We oversee and make them be held accountable for what the decisions that they make.
Yeah.
So we're the.
That
Is it-
make a strong team.
It is.
Is it fair to say that your advocacy for children in the gap applies to all of the student body? Doesn't matter what their racial background.
Oh no, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if they are black, brown, green, or blue. It doesn't matter at all. It's every child. Every child has a voice. Every person has a voice, and everyone wants to be heard.
Yeah.
One way or another, someone wants to be heard. If you ever look at some of the things, people are afraid of other people because they don't want their voice heard. So if everyone would communicate, then I think things would really start understanding things and people a lot better. So if we could do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And keep our children first.
Yeah. Well, I think, all of us here in this room are in agreement on that.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I don't want to speak for anyone else, but I think, our country, we the people, it says in
We the people, it does.
our the first line of our Constitution, we the people of the United States, that's really what we've all come to value, in my opinion, about the country that we've built. And going backwards to a time when groups are excluded because they look different. We know what's going on right now, for example, in Minneapolis. I don't want to go all the way into that, but I want to say that people are being singled out because of their skin color.
Mm-hmm.
That has always been. It always will
Yes.
be. And I've often said that'll be over when Christ comes back. We'll work on it until then, as long
Yes.
as we have blood pressure.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Thank
the willingness to work. I think we're all going to do better. We're going to be better off, but we really need to resist any efforts to die of whiteness. I prefer to die of inclusion.
Thank you.
I prefer to die of, inclusion.
Hard work and making this world a better
Togetherness.
place
Right.
with us.
Yeah, when I see somebody I don't know anything about, and I go, oh, I bet that person has a really different life than I do. I'm curious about that person because I know if I spend a few minutes talking with them, that I'm going to end up learning a lot.
Thank you.
And I might even get some good recipes, you
Yeah.
know, for something I've never tasted before. And I'll find out some activities or parts of the world that I don't know anything about. And I don't know why I feel I need to be afraid of those people. I guess my ancestors might have, you know, been concerned about their local tribe. And then, you know, if somebody was on the other side of the hill, they might be afraid of, you know, any kind of conflict that might happen. Somebody trying to take my hunting spot away from me or take my mate away from me or whatever. You know, I can understand where that came from. But now, you know, we can all live together. We can be friends. We can
Hope
be
so.
comrades. We can communicate. We can live together. We can marry each other. That's legal. Been that way for a long time, fortunately. It hasn't always been that way in America, sadly, and probably in a lot of places it's challenging even now. And I know a lot of places want to go backwards. But I want you to win, Cora, because I think you are an amazing qualified person for this position, and I'm glad that you shared this time with us today.
Cora's going to need volunteers, and we encourage anyone who wants to support her to contact her and find out from her what she wants from them.
Yeah.
This is not her first campaign, so she has some ideas of how she want to go about it.
What do y'all feel like we can wrap it up now?
I think we
had
can.
a
We
good
can.
interview.
Unless Cora has something
You have
that she
any
wants to
closing
add.
statements or thoughts you want to share with us, Cora?
I do. I want to ask everyone to please come out and vote. Every vote counts. Every voice is heard. If you sit back and you be very quiet, then don't be afraid of what happens at the election, because you've got to make yourself be heard. As he was talking about our ancestors in life, they made their voices heard, and that's what we all need to do today, is to stand in again and be heard. So I want everybody to come out on March 3rd and vote for me. That's what I want from you. But I want you to always remember there are 2 Joneses on the ballot. 2 Joneses on the ballot. There is a C, which is me, Cora Jones, and then there's a D. Don't go for the D, look for the C on the ballot.
C is
So look
first
for
in
me.
the alphabet.
Yes, it is. So look for me. So want to make sure we do that. And then for our Spanish speaking people, I want to ask Spanish people come on out also and do vote on March the 3rd. So also.
I would encourage Cora to check to see if the person who says that he or she is going to vote for her is registered also.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If they say, I vote for you, I like you, don't have any
I
reason
know.
not to. Are you registered? If you're not, you need to do that before the deadline comes.
Yes.
And
And
my advice offered her.
thank you. I'd like to mention GarlandCountyVote.org. Go there. We're going to put a link to our on our page today at the base of this podcast. Go ahead and click that. And also, please, if you will, everybody, click on our subscribe button. We could use your support and help our standing in the ratings so that more people get to see our conversations. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
See you
Thank you,
next
Cora.
time.
Thank you.
It's a real pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elmer.
Great.